What is up, guys? JR Free here, and welcome back to Reading with Otaku. Back with another book spotlight for you guys this week. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys are having a great week, great weekend, all that good stuff. And yeah, back with another book spotlight for you guys. If you have listened to any or who have seen any of my reviews on YouTube, because for those of you who are listening to the podcast version, the audio version, I do upload videos on YouTube, which is what I was doing first before I started doing just the audio versions. But if you have seen those, you would know I am not a fan of A Court of Thorny Roses. I'm just not. My girlfriend's a big fan of the series, which is why I even read the books to begin with. And I thought the first book was, let's just say, not very good. I did not get the hype at all. I wasn't going to read the other books, and I was like, maybe I'll give them a read. Maybe I'll listen to an audiobook. I found them on Bookie. And I was like, okay, I can do a summary version of this. Let's do that. So I read the rest of the series. I think it's 2 more books, I believe. I read those through Bookie. Thank you, because it saved me time and all that good stuff. And they were fine. It was what it was, no big deal. I've watched some fan films on YouTube and whatnot to, just kind of out of curiosity, but yeah, just was not a big fan of the writing, of the story, of the plot, of the characters, any of it. I just thought it was average at best. But anyway, I came across A Court of Frost and Starlight, and those of you who don't know, I believe it's either after the 3rd book, which makes it 3.5, I believe is how it's categorized, or it's between book 2 and 3. I'm not exactly sure. I should have looked it up before I started recording this, but I didn't. But I think it's one of the two. Either it's between 2 and 3 or it's after 3. Anyway, I read it also on Bookie because I was like, well, it's on here too. Why not? By the way, if you ever use Bookie, first of all, there's a bunch of books on there. I use it sometimes just when I don't have time to fully read a book that I'm trying to read, or the series, much like this one, that I'm not fully interested in, but I kind of just want to see where the story goes. It's perfect for that. And so that's how I got here. So I read this on there, and whoever they have doing their summaries on there, they are really detailed for their court series, very detailed. But yeah. So I read this one on there, and honestly, it was fine. Like, I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. I actually kind of liked it. It focuses more on the solstice that takes place. I feel like it was afterward, after all the chaos. We're sort of getting them trying to get their lives back in order. Tamron, and I believe her name is Farah. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. I'm not exactly sure. But we're kind of getting their life back together. Her and her sister, because her brother and her sister is kind of on the outs as well. And it sort of focuses on just that, them getting together for the solstice, them doing stuff for the solstice, and kind of bonding relationships. And it's honestly a pretty solid book. Like, I was like, oh, I don't hate this. I kind of even like the characters a little bit. I feel a little connection there. Yeah, it was a solid book. I liked some of the progression stuff in there. I really liked the stuff with her and her sister, and how, like, she invited her sister to the solstice, and she was kind of like, she didn't want to go. She shows up last minute. They still invite her in, but she's still sort of, like, not timid, that's not the word. She's sort of, outing herself. I don't know, she's kind of outing herself or limiting herself interaction-wise with everybody else. But they still try to bring her in and kind of build that back up. I like that. I thought it was well written. I thought it was a solid book. Granted, it's just a side book, so it's not really like a main book, which is probably why it's well written, because the others were not so well written. Um, but yeah, so if you haven't read it, I would say give it a shot. Like if you're somebody who only read if you're a fan of the series, I'm sure you've read it. If you're somebody who just read the main book but didn't read this book, I say give it a shot. I think you'll like it. If you're somebody who's just sort of mildly curious, about the franchise, kind of like I was, I say give it a read. I think you might like it. I would say skip the rest of the books. They're, um, yeah, not great. But yeah, I say give it a shot and see if you like it. But yeah, I dug the scenery, um, not visually, but description wise, it was very well done. It made you sort of feel like you were there at the solstice with them. And so yeah, job well done. The book did what it needed to do, and I liked it. So yeah, that pretty much covers my discussion on that. If you've read it, what do you think about it? Did you like it? Did you love it? If you're a big fan of the series, did you like this book a lot, or did you think it was just a decent addition to the series? What do you think about it? Yeah, that pretty much covers it. I'll be back probably next week, if not next week, in 2 weeks with another book spotlight for you guys. And yeah, until then, keep reading, keep enjoying the books. I'm out.